What comes to mind when you think of starting an Airbnb business? Many people start Airbnbs to make money from their extra space or to increase their income while they travel the world. Now, obviously, it can seem like an amazing opportunity to be your own boss and to earn more money just by being hospitable. But is it really as straightforward as that? Airbnb has made millions of dollars around the globe by allowing people to open up their homes to others looking for a temporary place to stay. But what many people don't realize is, just like becoming a long-term landlord, there are hidden costs associated with operating an Airbnb business. Well, lucky for you, because in this video I'll tell you exactly 10 hidden costs of starting an Airbnb business. This is really an interesting topic, and it's not just me who thinks so. People who want to start an Airbnb business have been dying to know for decades. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Here are 10 hidden costs of renting out your home through Airbnb. Number 1. Home insurance. Home insurance is the most important thing you'll need to consider when setting up an Airbnb business. It's a necessity, but it can be confusing and difficult to navigate if you're not familiar with the market. Here's what you need to know. Home insurance is an agreement between you and your insurance company that protects against damages or losses related to property damage caused by fire, theft, vandalism, and more. Not only that, but home insurance covers liability coverage in case someone does get hurt at one of your listings through no fault of their own, like slipping on ice outside or getting bitten by bedbugs inside, and sues both parties involved, you and Airbnb, for causing these issues in the first place by renting out the space without knowing what kind of condition existed beforehand. Now, if you've discovered this channel for the first time, you should know that every week we upload new videos related to Airbnb investing. Therefore, if you want to stay up to date, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Now, next up will be number 2, property taxes. This one is a biggie, and it's something that you have to plan for right away. Since Airbnb is a business, you will be required to pay property taxes. This can be difficult because depending on where you live, the tax rate could be super high or super low, and either way it might take a while for your income from Airbnb to cover it all. Property taxes are based on the value of your home. The more you rent out your home, the higher your property taxes will be. The amount you pay in property taxes depends on the assessed value of your home and how much you're allowed to deduct from that amount each year, but it could be a significant chunk of change. So how do you deal with this? You'll need to find out what the tax rate is for your location and then make sure that whatever numbers you're using for your Airbnb business are accurate so that you won't mess up when the payment is due. Number 3. Cleaning services. Cleaning services are not included in the Airbnb fee. Cleaning is something that you will need to do yourself or hire someone else to do it for you, which can be quite expensive depending on how often you need it done. The cost of a cleaning service depends on where your rental is located and how big the space is, but it's likely that you'll spend more than $50 per month if you're using an outside company. If this seems like a prohibitively high price tag for what amounts to just one room of your home, consider hiring an employee who can help out with all aspects of managing the property while also taking care of basic maintenance tasks like sweeping floors and emptying trash bins. I mean, come on, a clean rental stay should be mandatory, right? And if you've watched any of our older videos long enough, you'll know that we stress this topic all the time for your benefit. Number 4. Furniture and appliances. When you're starting an Airbnb business, it's easy to overlook the cost of basic furniture and appliances. Trust me, you'll need to buy bedding and towels for each room, as well as kitchenware for the common areas. And don't forget about cleaning supplies. They're essential as well. You don't have to spend a lot on furniture and appliances, but you should be prepared to invest in some items that will help you make your Airbnb feel like home. The good news is there are lots of ways to get the look you want without breaking the bank. If you're on a tight budget, consider going with secondhand furniture and appliances. You could also try the Facebook Marketplace, which is full of people selling used furniture and appliances at affordable prices. If you have the money up front, purchasing new items from stores like Walmart or Target can be a good option as well. These stores often have low prices, but of quality that will last for many years if properly taken care of. Number 5. Marketing and advertising. Your guests will only ever book with you if they know about your listing, and you can't expect them to find it just by searching. You'll need to market yourself and drive people to your listing in order for them to book with you. This means paying for ads on social media or buying Google ads or Facebook ads. You can also pay for banner ads or blogs and websites or buy sponsored posts from them. Number 6. Noise-proofing your home. If you have a home that's located near a busy street, or if your guests tend to be noisy, you'll want to take some measures so your neighbors don't start complaining. The first step is to soundproof your windows. Soundproof curtains are another option. They are made from heavy fabric and have an extra layer of material that absorbs sound waves as they pass through it. You can also consider putting up acoustic panels on walls and ceilings throughout your home. These will help absorb extra noise from loud conversations or other sounds like TVs playing music loudly in other rooms. Whether you're an Airbnb host or a traveler, you want to make sure your experience is comfortable and noise-free. Number 7. Home security system. You've got your Airbnb business up and running, but there's one cost you might not have considered: the cost of protecting your home. When you start renting out space in your house to strangers, you open yourself up to threats like theft, vandalism, and even physical assault. If you want to protect your property and keep it safe, consider investing in a home security system. You can buy a whole home solution or just install sensors on doors and windows. Either way, you'll be able to monitor the activity inside your house from anywhere using an app on your phone or computer. And if there's trouble brewing, you'll know about it before it gets out of hand. Number 8. Maintenance costs. When people think about starting their own Airbnb business, they often underestimate the cost of upkeep. Sure, you have to clean the place before each guest checks in and after they leave, but there's also a lot to consider when it comes to keeping your property in tip-top shape. You'll want to think about things like repairs. What happens if a sink or a window breaks? You'll need to be able to pay for those repairs. Maintenance. What happens if there's a leak in your roof? Do you have someone who can fix it for you, or do you need to hire out the repair work? Renovations. If you're renting out an older property, it might need some updates or renovations before it's ready for guests. These could include painting, flooring, and more. Keep watching because in a minute, I want to tell you the worst overlooked expense when it comes to being a homeowner. But first, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up so it can be spread to more people. Number 9. Legal and professional costs. Airbnb is a growing business, and that means that many of the companies that offer similar services are also growing. This can be great for you, but it can also mean that there are more legal issues to consider. As your Airbnb business grows, you will need more professional help. For example, you will probably want to hire an accountant or bookkeeper who can help you manage your finances and keep track of tax information. If you have employees, you may need an attorney or HR consultant to help train them and keep them safe from lawsuits or other risks associated with working in your business. Number 10. Homeowners Association or HOA. Your property might be a rental and you might not have ever thought about being a landlord, but if you decide to rent out your property on Airbnb, it's important to know what your responsibilities are as a homeowner. The first thing to consider is whether or not you're part of a homeowners association. The HOA is a community of homeowners who are committed to preserving the quality of life in their neighborhood. They often have rules and regulations that apply to everyone who lives within their jurisdiction, and they can be strict about enforcing them. This means you can expect to pay HOA fees on top of your monthly bills. Let's look at the facts. You're in a great position. You have a home that you can rent out on Airbnb, and it comes with all the perks of owning your own property. What could go wrong? Well, nothing if everything goes to plan. But things don't always go as planned, especially when starting an Airbnb business. There's no doubt that renting out your home on Airbnb can be a lucrative business, but it also comes with a lot of responsibilities and expenses. You need to make sure you have enough money to cover all your costs before diving into this venture, or else you might end up in debt. Let me know in the comments what hidden costs surprised you the most. Regardless of any information you received in this video, you won't truly understand how to run a successful Airbnb business until you know what you should be aware of. How do you do that? Well, this next video will give you all the information you'll need. Click this video on the screen now, and I will see you in the next one.